Hello friends, welcome to Verse&Flame. I'm Chanel Benjamin. I am in my candle studio today and we got a wholesale order. Now, I cannot believe that this even happened. I am super grateful. It is a wholesale order of 15 candles for a shop in Perry, Georgia. Now, these little shops that are downtown are absolutely adorable. It is such a cute little street. And so I went down there to have a sandwich, and I'll post a picture a little bit of what I got. So it's a new Italian shop that opened up, and I was like, you know what? Let me go have a sandwich. So I went and had a sandwich, and I remembered that my realtor had wanted to smell my candles. So I put them in the car and she wasn't there. I shared them with her secretary, and her secretary was like, these are so nice. I love how they smell. And so something was like, go downtown, just go downtown. I'm like, oh my gosh, I've been here 5 years and I've never walked in that plaza. So I went to this little, it's like a cobblestone street. I mean, it's brick. It's really beautiful. And so, I just went into each store and just kind of looked around. Now, these vessels right here, they were kind of had fingerprints on them and everything. So I'm going to use a paper towel and just kind of shine them up and clean them up. And I think a couple of them did not have the labels on them for the bottom, the warning labels. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that as well. But I like to make sure with every order, no matter big or small, I always clean up the candle. I make sure it has a warning label and I have the lids. So anyways, I'm downtown and I walk into one store and there was a nice older lady and she was retired. And, she started talking to me and I said, well, I was just looking at the area and I guess maybe I could, I do candles and I'm wondering, are you the owner? And she goes, no, I'm not the owner. And I said, well, anyways, I just wanted to see if any of the stores down here kind of, maybe want to pick up a new candle brand or anything. And I really had no idea what I was doing, nothing. I've never done this before. And I usually don't like to pop up. I've seen videos where they're like, send an email and this, but this was totally spontaneous. And I will tell you, it was totally like a God thing. So I walk into this second store and I smell a candle burning and it's like grapefruit. But I was like, oh, it did smell very pleasant. And so, and in the front, they had all the candles lined up. And I just was like, this isn't where I want to be. This isn't the look or the feel that, I just kind of felt it. It's like a gut feeling. I don't know how to describe it. So I just, looked around for a little bit at the clothes and things like that. And you guys, these stores have clothes that are like $123, $200. And I was just like, these are really high class stores. And so, I left the store and then I went and I looked outside and lo and behold, walk out and I see this other store. And you guys, the woman who has this shop has a sense of humor. She put on there, no soliciting unless you have Girl Scout cookies. And I just thought it was so funny. So I opened the door and I'm like, I need that sign on my house because every day somebody is ringing our doorbell trying to sell us something. So it was just so funny. So I'm laughing with this lady and talking and everything. And I'm just asking her about the candles in the store. And she just tells me their mission statement is to support small businesses from around the world. And, that's what her store is. So it's just a compilation of small businesses from around the world. And she wholesales and buys them, which I didn't know because she didn't say the word wholesale. And she also didn't tell me she was the owner, which was hilarious. So I'm just sitting there talking with her and I didn't say anything about my candles or anything. I just kind of was talking with her. And then she just kind of looked at me and she's like, what do you do? And I would be like, I'm a stay-at-home mom, but I'm just showing you here, the fingerprints are on there. So, you can just see the difference. You just takes a little just to wipe it off. I switched my vessels to all cream vessels. And so This is the last of all of my green vessels, and the company is no longer selling these. So since it's Christmas, I figured why not use my green vessels for the holiday pear and my evergreen pine. And all I can smell is like, they smell so good. These candles are amazing. The fragrances, the wax, everything. It's just, I'm so blessed that I found this, and I love doing it. And it just really brings a joy to me to share these candles. So I tell her, well, I make olive oil wax candles, and, I do pop-ups, and, I've had a lot of success. And sometimes people are asking me like, are you in a store? Do you have a store? And I said, well, I'm leaving for like a couple, just for like a little vacation. And she goes, well, I would love to check out your candles. Like, I would love, what's the name of your company? And so I just thought it was like, and then she's like, no, what I do is wholesale. And she went straight into business mode. And I'm like, what is happening? What is happening? I don't know if you've ever seen that lady where she's like freaking out and she's like, oh my God, oh my God. But her freak out is like, I wish I could find the video. Maybe I'll find the video and post it, but it's like hilarious. I'm literally like, bring it in, Chanel, bring it in. This is really happening. And she's like, I would love to wholesale. But she was so sweet about it, because she's like, make sure that your pricing, because I do 50% of what you sell it for. And, she was like, make sure your numbers match. I mean, she was amazing. It wasn't like she was trying to take advantage of me. She really was like, make sure your numbers are good, and then we'll talk, And I was like, well, it just so happens I have candles in the car. She's like, let me see, because maybe your brand doesn't fit in our store. Like, before I commit, let me just see. And she's like, also, I'm never here on a Monday, never. And I'm like, well, this is so God. And then she goes, not only am I not here, you usually have to get an appointment with me to even come in here, to talk to me. And I'm like, well, okay. I'm like, well, this is totally a God thing. So I go and I bring my candles in, and her face just lights up. She sees the vessel. She loves the lids. And, she smells the candle, and I could tell she was just like, engulfed with emotion. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so wonderful. Like, she loves the candles as much as my customers do. And so she's like, yes, absolutely. Yes. Send me a message when you get home. And I'm like, this is totally a God thing, because I did not come here to like try and prospect my candles or anything like that. I literally I was leading with what God was telling me to do, like, go. So I took the lids off of these candles right here, and I just wanted to make sure everything was okay. And I'm looking at these lids. So these are my Christmas lids, and you can use them as an ornament. And I had to ask my son, I said, babe, like, do you think that I should keep the Verse&Flame? And he's like, Mom, yes. So I cleaned them up. I left the lid on, and then I'm going to place them in a different box so you can see that I was going to package them different. But when my son was like, Mom, you want people to know your brand, I was just like, okay. So I'm going to save these cute lids. Maybe next time if I do cute lids, I would put Verse&Flame on them. But people really were like, we just love your lids. We love the Verse&Flame logo. And so I'm going to put the Verse&Flame logo. Here's how I'm saving money with this order. These boxes came with these vessels. And so what I'm doing is I'm just going to stamp them with my trusty Verse&Flame stamp on the top. So what I like to do is put the candle in first, and then I like to stamp it. And that's what I'll be doing here. And so even though it's a wholesale order, and she's going to take them out of the boxes, and she's going to put them, I'm not expecting her to use these boxes. I just want to make sure the product doesn't break while I'm transporting them to her. So she is local. She's about 25-30 minutes from me. And so I really don't mind, bringing that to her. It's not that bad. I love going up there. It's just like a little town. And so, I'm going to bring these up there, and I'm super stoked. I mean, I am in a store, guys. Verse&Flame is in a store. What is happening? So I just thought it was really cool. This was huge for me. I had been praying, like, God, if it's your will. And I just felt like she was the right person. It was the right store. And I have been prospecting online. A couple of people have posted like, hey, I'm renting out a space, and I'll drive by, and I'm like, this is not kind of like the area. I have a gas station owner who reached out to me, and I did get some candle tins, and I rebranded just for him. And I said, hey, I'm going to go down there, and, I'm waiting to see. I've got to reach back out to him. But I really wanted like high-class boutiques. So I spent a lot of money to get these candles and have them look the way they do. And I put a lot of love, and I test every single one. I make sure the wicks are right. And so I kind of wanted this to be a luxury brand. I wanted to touch the hearts of moms everywhere, women everywhere, even men. I just don't want people not to know the love of God. God really does love us, and He is the light of the world, and He calls us to be a light. And so this business here really allows me to be a light to so many people. And so even though I have, this being a luxury brand, I wanted moms everywhere, dads everywhere, whoever's buying this candle, I wanted you to feel like after a hard, long day of work, you have something that you could light and just feel peace and have a nice smell going through your house. And I've had many customers say that people come over and they're just like, oh my gosh, like I had somebody light their candles for Thanksgiving, a couple people actually, and they messaged me and said, these candles are amazing. Like my guests were just raving about how great these candles were. And that just really just brightened my day. And so super happy about that. And so here I am. I just keep getting these boxes from underneath, and then I'm stamping them. And so hopefully you don't mind hearing me talk, about these candles. I'm just really excited. This was my first wholesale order. Now I did have kind of like a wholesale order. It was, but she did not wholesale. She paid full price. She is a coffee shop owner. She had me do a pop-up, and then she said, hey, I need 10 candles. And then I blessed her with a nice gift bag with her own candle. And, it was completely different, just for her, really opening the door for me to get these candles out there and just bless people and spread the love of Jesus. And so, here I am. I just, stamping away these boxes, and then you'll see, I'm like, oh my gosh, like what am I going to do with these right here? So this is when I start asking my son, I'm like, should I keep these lids? They're so cute. They are. Dulceria did a great job on these. However, I thought they would go a lot faster, but people really just did love my Verse&Flame lids. So the way that this would not fit in the white box, no matter how I turned it. And so what I'm going to do is use this craft box that I purchased. I have a whole bunch of these, and I'm putting it in there, and I'm like, this is going to fit good. And I show you guys how I can make this fit in a craft box. And it does. It fits well. I didn't know if you could see, so I kind of just wanted to pick up the camera and show you. You can see if I just turn it slightly ever so on the side and then fold it down, it all fits just perfect. And so after just looking at it with the rest of the boxes, I kind of was like, and this is when I feel led by the Holy Spirit. I just feel led, or I listen to my gut that's like, change out the lid and put it in a regular, but I always have to ask my son or ask my husband, like, I need that second opinion, even though I have a gut feeling. My husband always says, I don't know why you asked me, because you're going to change it anyways. I'm like, well, I need your input. And so here we go. I changed out all the lids, and I'm just going to put them all in. So I will continue to post more videos. If you like this content, let me know. I just didn't know how to pack a wholesale order, and I really wanted to share it with you guys and share if you have a local wholesale order, and you order, your vessels and they come in boxes, just rebox them and then bring them in a bag. I really wanted it to look fancy, and I wanted to go all out because it was my first order, but we're trying to save, conserve, and make this, an affordable drop off. And so the best thing that I could think of was to take the boxes that the vessels came in, label them, put the candle back in, because I don't think she's going to use these the boxes. She's going to throw out the boxes probably, and she's going to, just post them up, the candles in the store. So I just needed something to transport them and something to say thank you. And I also I made like a little card, and I'm going to show you guys that card real quick. It's so cute. It just says Verse&Flame Candle Co. Thank you for supporting small business, and then my website. So I'm really happy. So again, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys soon in the next video. God bless you. And remember, submit your plans to the Lord and watch him bless you. Let him open the doors and just keep going. Don't give up. Candle making. If this is in your heart, do it. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. And if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button and become family with me. And let's go on this journey together. God bless you guys. And I will see you soon in the next video. But before I go, let me just tell you really quick, I did package these all up into a bag, and so I'm going to drop them off to her in a bag. So what I'll be doing is taking this white bag with my logo on it. As you can see, I had pre-stamped these, and then I will put 3 of each. So she got total of 5 different candles, 15 or different scents, 3 each, and then we wholesaled half. So she's gonna put I'm just separating these so that way I can put 3 candles in each bag, and then or 4. I believe I can fit 4 in each one. Either way, I've got to have these delivered to her once I get the cranberry bubbly, but you can see I put the Verse in there, so she will get that. So God bless you guys. Again, I will see you soon in the next video. Take care, and I will see you soon. Bye. God bless you.